Right now in the General Assembly is a bill authors say gives domestic violence victims extra security between the time they file for a protective order. The legislation would give victims the right to carry a concealed gun. Those who introduced the bill say it would give victims of abuse a means to defend themselves from their attackers. WSLS 10's Arisha Jones is here with reaction on both sides of this issue. Arisha?
Well, Lindsay, Virginia delegates want to make sure they're able to carry concealed guns to protect themselves from a potential violent situation, but some working with victims say weapons are not always the best choice. This Bedford County home is where 47-year-old Kimberly Metter was shot and killed in September after several domestic disputes. 3 days before she died, Metter had an emergency protective order against her killer, but it didn't help. According to Delegate Todd Gilbert, a bill in the General Assembly could give domestic violence victims faster access to carry a concealed gun to defend themselves.
I wanted to make sure that they don't have to wait in line at the court clerk's office to get a concealed carry permit, and that they can avail themselves of the right to carry concealed more discreetly to protect themselves as they see fit.
House Bill 1852 would allow those with protective orders to carry a concealed handgun after they apply for a permit. Right now, it's illegal to carry concealed handguns until a permit is granted, a process that could take more than a month.
During the first 72 hours of a protective order being in place, that person is in survival mode. She's not going to make good choices.
Linda Ellis Williams, director of programs at Lynchburg's YWCA, and other supporters are hoping the bill doesn't pass.
Instead of it increasing victim safety, that most victims wind up dying with their own weapon, meaning that the perpetrator, the abuser, ends up taking the victim's guns and killing the victim with it.
Williams says she was also a victim of domestic violence and believes a gun may not have been a good choice in her situation.
Thank God it didn't last long and I was able to get my children and leave that situation. But had I had a gun in my hand at that time, things might have looked tremendously different.
Williams believes the community should come together with victims to look at alternative ways of keeping themselves safe instead of using guns. Now, the same bill was vetoed by the governor last year. We'll keep you updated if he signs it. Back to you guys.